Now look at this, a Victrola, about 120 years old. When this thing rolled off the line in 1906, the Holston Conference was already 82 years old. We were already preaching, already building, sending folks out in the mission field. But then comes the LP in 1948. It was bigger. They had longer songs. Folks said, we're never going to give up the Victrola. But you know, Patsy Cline was a motivator, and we did. And then you had this thing. Some of you remember this, right? Oops. The 8-track, 1964. Music in your truck, on the road with you. Folks said, we're never going to give up the LP, but we did. And then you ended up with one of these things. Every song ever recorded, lighter than a hymnal, right in your pocket. And folks said, well, we're never going to give up that thing, but we will. Something is coming next, and we don't know what it is, but here is what I do know. The music didn't change. Bach is still Bach. Amazing Grace is still Amazing Grace. What changed was the way that we play it, the container, the delivery. I'm Don Hanshew. I'm chair of the Holston Conference Strategy Team, and all these gadgets are just a metaphor of the same conversation we've been having about the conference for nearly 200 years. The mission has not changed: to make disciples of Jesus Christ for the transformation of the world. That part is the music, and it is really good music. That part does not change. What does change is the container. Why? Well, because the way we did ministry in 1950 doesn't reach neighbors that God is putting in our backyard in 2026. And we know this. The strategy plan is not a new plan. It's the same 7 commitments our conference adopted in 2017. Since then, we've listened closely and we've updated it for the world that we're living in now. And we have lost churches. We have gained neighbors, many of whom worship in Spanish. And we came through a pandemic and a disaffiliation, and the Spirit kept moving in all of that. So here is my ask, and it's not a small one. Read the updated strategy, the whole thing. Mark it up, get into the details before we get to Lake Junaluska. Then together, let's decide if we're ready, and if the strategy is right, then let's vote it through. If not, we need a year of conversation. Let's take a year. What I'm asking is that no delegate vote on something they have not read. We are the conference. The work is ours. All of us doing all the good that we can. The music is still Jesus. The models will always adapt and change. Fruitfulness is what matters. See you at annual conference.